Moguls, welcome to a brand new video, a very special video. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day. I've been looking forward for this day for the past little bit. Today we are finally releasing the latest set of imamusicmogul plugins called WAVY and Wide. A lot of work went into these and I hope you enjoy them in your sessions as much as I do. These are plugins that I wanted myself and finally put them together, and we'll take a deep dive into them. Not in this video, there will be separate walkthroughs of each plugin, WAVY and Wide. So if you want to watch that and just skip all of me talking right now, you can just hit the top link. The link in the top right hand corner of this video, and it'll take you to each one of those walkthroughs. If you just want to hear a little bit about the story, how they came about, then stay on here. All right, so about a year and a half ago, I started my journey into audio plugins, audio units, VSTs, and it's been quite a journey. It's a lot more work than I anticipated, and I don't consider myself a perfectionist, but when it came to these plugins, I would just spend hours and hours and hours just really fine-tuning little things here and there. And it's quite like a really hard process. And I didn't quite document it. I wish I did, but it's just literally hours and hours of just me like A-Bing stuff 100,000 times. But as some of you may know, the first plugin was Duckout, a new type of sidechain plugin that instantly gets two sounds to work together really nicely and just takes out all of the hard work and just gets you that right away. Then we launched Sampled, which is a lo-fi plugin. Once again, gets you that sampled sound very quickly. And the theme among imamusicmogul plugins is to get you that pro sound, but get you there quickly and without having the need or knowledge to like adjust all these plugin parameters. Just keep it simple, turn one knob, turn a few knobs, and you got the sound you're looking for. So that is the goal for imamusicmogul plugins, and because of that goal, and because of the underlying foundation that we want to hit that every single time with every plugin, it's very hard to balance that single knob because there's a lot of things happening in the background, and when you want to make that work on many things, there's a reason why plugin makers decide just to give you all of the parameters. Imamusicmogul plugins, just turn the knob and you get that sound, right? So without any further ado, this is WAVY and this is Wide. So let me just put on my headphones and we'll jump right into this Logic session. All right, so here we are in Logic. This is WAVY, this is Wide. WAVY being a multi-effects plugin that gives you that wishy-washy wavy vibe. I think you know what I mean. And Wide is a stereo imager. We'll get to Wide in a moment. We'll start off with WAVY. This is sort of like a general overview of the two plugins. If you want to go more in depth and learn more what you can do with this, hit the link in the top right-hand corner of the video. It'll be both walkthroughs of WAVY and Wide in more detail. But this one is just going to be a quick like A/B test so you get a vibe and idea of what's happening here. So WAVY is meant to, or was designed to quickly layer sounds and give you a full wavy sound. I keep saying wavy, but that's what it is. Sound in your mixes. So here is our sound completely dry, how it sounds like right now. I'm just going to turn off or take out Wide for now. All right, so for this sound, what I like to do is turn on Ignite. I'm gonna pull up Swarm a bit. And again, the walkthrough will take you in depth of what each one of these do. I'm gonna turn on Deep and Vivid and watch what happens. Actually, I'll turn on Space at the same time as well and use the Cathedral reverb, which is Space B. And watch what happens as I pull up the knob. It's literally layering those sounds so that you can take that loop or sample that you have and completely flip it to something new and layered without you even having to lift a finger. You just turn a knob. All right, that's what it would sound like without it. So bypassed. right, so it gets you that wavy sound. Now I'm maxing out everything here. You probably don't want to do that, but just want to show you how quickly you can layer sounds using WAVY, and that was the concept behind WAVY. I just want to keep things simple. Don't have to worry about multiple plugin parameters. Oh, do I need to do this? Do I adjust this? Should I do that? No, just turn a couple knobs and you're good to go. Literally 10 seconds and you layered up your sound. So that is WAVY on like a full sample. Actually, all these are full samples, some individual instruments. Here's what WAVY would sound like on vocals. We'll just do a quick A/B test.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's with it on. Here's with it off.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Actually, I'm not even set to the proper tempo here because swarm is a type of delay and it should be synced to your DAW.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it works really well on vocals as well. If you want to layer vocals, get a nice tone underneath, just use deep, use space B for a nice cathedral reverb and a nice side delay with swarm. And ignite will just give you that glossy, sort of melty, watery type of sound that is really nice when you put it on any sound, really. Next up, let's go over to this sample over here. It's a nice sample on its own, but once we put WAVY on top of it, it just takes it to the next level. So here is the sample. Let's just bypass it first. Let's bring it on. WAVY. So once again, WAVY is transforming that sample to give it that wavy vibe. Ignite is really the sauce in this one here. There's a bunch of stuff that's happening in the background. And once again, details will be in the walkthrough. Just a general overview, deep and vivid, nice layers, space adding some reverb to it. It just gives you a nice wavy vibe. Just gives you different tones and textures that you would have to layer with other stuff. WAVY gets it done for you. Lastly, let's put it on some guitars. This one is showcasing fewer settings within WAVY. This one is just using the Ignite, Swarm, and Filter. So here's what the guitar sounds like in its default settings or bypassed. Let's bring it in. WAVY. So for this one, I didn't really need to use any of the magic stuff that's happening in the middle here. Just a little bit of Ignite, Swarm, Filter, and it gives that guitar that exact wavy vibe that you would need multiple plugins to get that. This is literally done in a matter of maybe 5 seconds by the time you get all that done. All right, so here we are in another Logic session. We are focused in on Wide, our new stereo imager plugin. Now there's a lot of work that went into this one here. It's different than other stereo imagers on the market. I know there's a bunch of them, but this stereo imager is completely mono compatible, which is super important to your mixes. And the reason why I designed this is because I like to widen my bass in 808s. And typically you don't want to do that using stereo imaging because it kind of cause problems. And this fixes that issue. So if you're into widening your basses, your 808s, then this is the plugin for you. Or just widening anything for the matter, vocals, anything that has like nice high frequencies is going to work beautifully. But on 808s, this is why I want to make it, because nothing like this existed. So here's our 808. It's dry signal right here. All right, your 808. It has some high tones to it, some low tones, and it's asking to be widened. So our correlation meter over here is up so that you see what happens when you widen a signal, and this happens across any imaging plugin. You're going to see it's going to go down to being out of phase. All right, so that's a wide 808, but it's not in phase. And when you sum to mono, it's definitely going to be losing some information and it just won't sound good. So we put in the bass mono over here, and now watch what happens when we pull that up. Now we are getting a wide 808, nice and full sounding. Going to be a mono compatible. We'll test that in a moment. And our low frequencies are not messing with the phase, so we have a nice wide 808 now. And lastly, we can pull up the side boost. And what that will do is just pull up some of the side channels to make our sound even fuller and wider as well, sonically. So if we go ahead and A/B this, here's with it off. Nice, full and wide. All right, so you just got a nice wide 808, and you could rest assured that it is mono compatible. So on my master track, everything that's going to the stereo out, I'm going to go ahead and say mono, and you're going to see we're not going to lose any information. Right, wide, we go to mono, we just get our 808. And that is very, very important in mixes, is maintaining that mono compatibility, especially when you're adding stereo imaging plugins to your session. And wide will help you out with that. That's done automatically. This bass mono here is if you have some low end frequencies in your sounds that you're trying to wide, this you can clean up so that it works well in the stereo field, but it's always mono compatible no matter what you do. That is wide. That's wavy, that's wide. Links down below. Thank you. Thank you once again for all your continued support. And as usual, we'll see you all in the next one. Later.